Hello, dear fellows. Good to have you here again for another video. Today, I'd like to speak about humility and how people label that as being weak. Right? So, in 12-step program, I see a lot of people coming, including myself. When I first started that in 2007 was for the first. I participated in an AA group, and I myself found it very difficult to accept the word humility. I thought that was weakness, and I see now years later, I see it very different, and I see a lot of people struggling with it, and so I understand, of course. So I'd like to explain a bit what it's really about, because is it really being humiliated? Is it weakness? No, it isn't. You could even be like an authoritative person and be humble. It's about being able to know your place for the moment being. So um, we all had lives as addicts, right? Or we still do. I don't know. Um, or maybe you don't. Maybe you're watching this because someone else has a problem with drugs. That's or alcohol. That's possible as well. But okay, here goes for the people who are struggling, who were struggling and are looking for the way out, a new road of healthiness and an honest playground we need to create right in our lives. So, and that only works if we're sober. So, years and years, we were dominated, we were steerless, and we were controlled by our addiction as we run away from our difficulties, and everyone needed to step aside for what mattered for us. We were so focused on alcohol, on drugs, our families, our husband, wives, mother, father, children, whatever, people near, close to us, we took ourselves away from them, right? We weren't completely ourselves, and we took away from ourselves also the possibility of having healthy relationships with them, and the other way around, of course. So all these years, it was always about us. And now coming to a road of sobriety, we should not expect our partners or people who suffered from our doings to immediately forget everything that happened, right? So it's like this. I'll give you an example. A couple of weeks ago, one of our fellows in the group, he told me, yeah, I came home and I was doing okay. I didn't drink, and my wife thought I had drunk some alcohol, and that touched the ego, right? So that's the opposite of being humble. That's exactly what we mean in the 12-step program. It's let me put it like this: you place yourself on a footstool, right? It was always about you, but now we need to regain trust with our beloved ones, and we need to understand from their side. So, how can you react? For example, when you come home and your wife thinks you have used alcohol or drugs, and it's not the case, you can turn it around and you can say like, "Oh my dear, I'm really sorry that I put you to this, because I'm the one who broken your trust, right? So I'm the one who needs to understand and give you some space and time to recover from that. And I'm so grateful that you're still here with me, and I'm so grateful that you're caring about me, because you're obviously caring because you're worried again, but I'm also very glad to be able to tell you that it's not the case at the moment. And I understand, and I don't demand of you to trust me at this very moment. but time will show, right? So, and thank you for being here with me. So now you turn it around, you place yourself in the position of the other instead of what you always did. You always looked at everything from your side. I need this. I don't feel that. I don't. I'm emotional. I'm this. So it was always about you. And that's humility not to do this. Park your ego aside because your ego, it only stands in the way of your happiness or your joy because happiness is superficial. But true joy and true spiritual health and physical health is found in and recovery is found by giving space to others and understanding them and looking from their side of the story, right? So there's been research on, if I'm correct, it was foster children. Yes, yes, it was foster children. And they could tell that the hippocampal region, which is in the brain, it's known for its plasticity, right? So in an abusive environment, it shrinks. And in a nurturing environment, it, it expands. So that's the healthy situation, right? So and in that region we have the amygdala. So most, well, I can't give you figures, but a lot of alcoholics and drug addicts and people with mental problems, they are damaged because they had like this in the childhood, because your childhood is where your self-esteem depends on your parent, on the one who nurtures you, right? So when you're an adult, you do that yourself, right? It's in your hands. So most of us were damaged in our youth, and what happens is our body is so amazing, and it has all these kind of systems and natural reactions to certain situations, like an animal that's when a lion catches a deer, right? And this little deer is being torn apart, but it's still because it doesn't feel anything because of the dopamine which comes free. Well, when we're in an abusive situation and we are greatly shamed and or traumatized or hurt as a child, the amygdala, it turns on, and that's a protection because any other situation in the near future, um, you will automatically react in a defensive way, right? You can get aggressive. People are often very, when you come with a small upbuilding critique, they attack you. That's the amygdala is still functioning, right? So once in their life they were hurt, and now you come and put them to shame. So the amygdala immediately reacts, and it goes fully in the brakes, and even attacking you for doing so. There is a very good method to treat that, and that is by a mirror situation. It's not looking inside. It's not thinking, okay, I have a problem, because it's not really a problem. It works problematic in your life. It doesn't help you maybe, but the system itself is built there to protect you. So there's nothing you need to do with yourself. What you got to do is outwards. So make sure that you always speak assertive to other people, and that you always treat them with respect and never shame other people. Yes? So you always do these things. So you treat people with respect, and you upbuild your own worth. Yeah. So your self-esteem grows from how you treat others. And when someone still attacks you or does something which isn't correct to you, you now have the security to say, oh, stop, I don't accept this, because I have self-esteem. What you're doing is not okay, because I don't treat you that way. I always speak with assertiveness to anyone, and this might be a process that takes years even, but it's manageable. So that's the way to deactivate the amygdala, and that gives you a lot less stress in your life. It opens you up for conversation with others. It gives you yeah, much more freedom in life. So that's like something I wanted to share with you all. And like the great Baal Shem Tov said, if you see an imperfection with someone else, um, it's showing you what's the problem with you, right? So everyone has its difficulties to grow from, because this is actually why they're here. Nothing is just coincidental. All that happens is possibilities and ways, opportunities to catch to get growth in life. So don't judge others. You might think, okay, this person is really in a big mess and might be of a dangerous situation to my life. Okay, you keep your distance, but don't judge people, and always try to think what you don't like in someone else is showing you what's wrong with you, and what you can prove, make approval with yourself, saying, admitting there's something wrong with me. I have something I can work on. So a lot of homework there, and hope you guys stay good, and you go, and until the next video. Bye bye.